Hello everyone. Today I will be making this video. Next video is a video on how to beat the Elite Four and break bronze step by step with my method, of course. You know, my method is different from other people's and it won't be the same as everyone else's. But that being said, if you end up liking this video, subscribe as it does help out the channel. Now, let's begin. Here's the Z18. Alright, not my favorite Pokemon game, but by far not the worst. Not the worst. Nowhere near close. I had fun. I had a great time. But first up, the starter. Of course, the starter. For Alligator, I didn't like this thing. I'm gonna be honest. I took this thing off my team immediately as soon as I beat the game, and that's about it. I was fair. I said I would keep my starter on my team. I didn't like Mega for Alligator. I thought its mouth would have been closed most of the time, but no, it wasn't. You know, it was more so like this instead of just like this. So, you know. And honestly, if I had to describe for Alligator, it was, you know how like when you were at recess picking teams, and like the kids who were always like bad at that particular thing was always picked last. That's for Alligator, Teppick, and Chikorita. Nobody wanted them as starters. Yeah, I didn't like for Alligator on my team. I didn't want to battle with them. Like I said, I took them off my team the moment I beat the game, and I will not put them back on my team. You know, I've liked previous starters I used. I really like the starters they picked in Legends Arceus because you know those were like three heavy hitting starters, and I was like, man, this is a tough decision, right? I loved using Sprigatito and Scarlet Violet, and I love using Scorbunny and Sword and Shield. Yeah, but this was a God. This was I didn't have much to work with. Yeah. Next person. I did say I was going to use this guy, and who's going to be on my team? You got the best water type starter of all time. I know he's an industry plant. Doesn't matter. He's an industry plant done right. Give it up for Greninja. You know, no Ash Greninja this time around. And I know Mega Greninja is locked, you know, behind online. And in my opinion, it was pretty easy. As I'm showing on screen, I didn't lose at all in Season 1. Won 5 straight games and easily got Mega Greninja. But he was great for my team. He really felt like my true starter. You know, the starter I could rely on. I kept him on my team even after I beat the game. Yeah, he was great. He did a lot for my team. He carried me in some matches. He really put the team on his back. That's Greninja. Now, to be honest, the next person. I hated this Pokemon for years. And I still hate this Pokemon. Just not as much as I used to. Because see, once I hate a Pokemon, I don't believe in switching up. It's either you hate all the way, or you don't hate at all. Chestnut. Don't get me wrong, I still don't like this thing. But I hate it a little bit less now that I've used him on my team. I don't think Chestnut is as bad as I thought he was before. He's pretty strong, actually. I thought he was a weak starter. Nobody told me he was this strong for years. They just said he had good defense. That's all they told me. His design still sucks, and Mega Chestnut cannot hurry up. Maybe my opinion on Chestnut will change once I get his Mega Stone from beating people online again. And yeah, you know, I don't hate him as much. And he did his part for this team. You know, he held his own, got some kills. Can't ask for too much more. Next up, Delphox. I already said in the video that I was going to use Delphox. I always thought if Greninja didn't exist, I would have picked Delphox, and Delphox did his job. Actually, there was some matches where Delphox's psychic attacks saved me. It was kind of a mismatch in some of those battles, especially when I fought the fighting type guy. I don't remember his name, but he was all about like justice and stuff. Yeah, that's what Delphox did. Not too many highlights though. I didn't really use Delphox as like much as like some of the other people on my team, and I would talk about who I used the most at the end. And next up, I think the real industry plant of this game, and I used Gardevoir. I've used Gardevoir before, but I wanted to use Gardevoir again because they just gave me Gardevoir, and I didn't feel like going out here looking for another Mega. So yeah, Gardevoir was on my team, and I really didn't use Gardevoir at all, besides maybe in like 4 battles. So Gardevoir was just mostly on the bench, just waiting to be subbed in. I be telling people, I said, just because you have 6 members on your team in Pokemon doesn't mean you're gonna use all 6 equally. You don't. It's true. And the final team member. I've been waiting to use this Pokemon for a minute. Absol. Oh God, Absol. Absol came through. Absol was hitting hard. I'm talking once we saved Rogue Mega Absol was like, ooh, join my team, got to work immediately. I'm talking hill, unstoppable, unstoppable. I used him. I would say the second most after Greninja. So right, I use Greninja the most, Absol, then for Alligator, with Chestnut, Delphox, and Gardevoir. That's the list. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't use Gardevoir. I don't know. I thought about swapping Gardevoir out, right? And I don't know, it didn't make sense. This didn't make sense. But this team got me through the game. What would I change about this team? What's this my favorite team? What would I change? I don't know. I don't want a particular water type on my team. So when I faced that one electric type girl, it was kind of hard. I'm sorry, I'm not good with names. I'm sorry, but yeah, that fight was like kind of hard because you have two water types in your lineup and you don't want to get rid of your starter. Ever be one of those people, even though I don't like the starters. And like that fairy girl, she was kind of harder than like it needed to be. Because if you look at my team, come on now. Come on, 4 of my members. I can't even evolve for Alligator in that fight because he would got screwed. I lost the combat of this game, but we need to get back on course and we need to get back to turn-based combat. Game Freak has spent 29 years mastering turn-based combat. All they need to do is make it faster, and that's really it. Now my team for the DLC would be completely different. Oh yes, completely. My post-game team's already looking different. It's already looking tough. What is my post-game team, you ask? Don't worry about all that.